What's up guys, it's Radek and Aleš from European Coffee Trip. We are visiting Netherlands and right behind us there is a Moccamaster factory.
This is exciting because we will be spending a whole day inside of the factory learning all about production of Moccamaster, so take a look.
Watch it.
Technivorm Moccamasters is a company with such a history. They started already in 1964, so obviously first we came to the people and asked about the history, about the background and what was the beginning of the journey like.
Technivorm was founded in 1964 and we started with quite different products than Moccamasters.
Mr. Smit, actually my father-in-law, he was an industrial designer in his younger days and he also was very eager to start his own company, and then so in 1964 he came to that point. He had developed a coffee grinder. It was a blade grinder with a ventilator behind, and he definitely wanted to build it, so he did.
And then there was no coffee maker by that time. And in '68, Douwe Egberts had the first coffee maker. That was a brand from Germany, which is not existing anymore. Then Gerard said, I can make you a better one. And that's what he did, and that's how it started.
Right now we'll show you the very first Moccamaster that was built. It's right here, I will show you. It was developed in 1968 and put on the market in 1969. So this is the one. And it was actually built and designed by Mr. Smit himself. Really cool, right?
The current model, of course, which probably is known by most of the people as the Moccamaster, the 741, was launched in 1974. We have had some other models, but this is the evergreen, this is the icon actually, which is the corker of our company. We know from Scandinavia that it's even more than 4.5 million pieces in daily use every day, and then we count on the rest of the world and the rest of the markets, probably it's up to 7 million at least. Well, we hope to build our 10 millions in this year.
So we learned there will be 10 millions of Moccamasters made very soon. So now is the right time to check out inside of the factory and see how are they made.
Production, of course, you have several steps, several stages which come up. It all starts, of course, with your suppliers. You select the suppliers, you have a quality control of the raw materials you get in. The raw materials will go to either directly to the assembly department or the machinery, how we call it.
One of the first things they have to do in the Moccamaster factory is to create the aluminum housing, and that's happening behind me where they cut the right pieces for that. So this copper element is one of the most important part of the Moccamaster. It makes sure that you will get the water in the right temperature and stable all over the brewing. So that's really important.
For the right brewing, it's about contact time and it's about temperature. You can imagine if the temperature is too low, so it has to be averaged between 92 and 96 degrees. When you overheat your water, you will burn the coffee, so it will be bitter. When the water is too cold, you will have more sour coffee actually. So to achieve the perfect brew, you have to have a steady temperature, and well, with our full copper brewing element, we can achieve that actually.
So copper is expensive, so it's a more expensive product than aluminium, for example. But to ensure the best quality of the coffee, then copper should be the product to use in that respect.
After producing these technical parts, they will go to the assembly, and the assembly, of course, is the biggest work. There where you put all the parts together, and we have a few steps in this process by which we test the quality of the product we are making.
So basically, if you look at the assembly, this takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I'm not sure about the total steps involved, but I would say more or less like 20 to 25 minutes to make one machine. At the moment, we currently are making around 2,100, 2,200 machines on one day on average.
It's incredible from how many small parts Moccamasters are built. Most of them are actually from either built here or sourced from the suppliers in Netherlands, Germany, or in the Europe. So most of it actually comes from Europe. This is so cool. Handmade and in Europe.
So we start with the screening, which is basically printing some ink on the column and on the base of the machine. Then we go to the next step where the base of the machine is made, so with the side handles to make sure that you can lift the machine up. The hot plate, so where the glass carafe is placed so that it can be heated. And then we go to a next step, which is the preparation. And in the preparation we build a column with a boiling element and a cold water container, and that part is basically then individually tested before it goes to the next step. Which is then at the end the production line itself, where then the base and the column are combined, screwed together, and all the switches and all the wires are attached. We do a test at the end to make sure that the machine should be working okay. And then we go to the final step, basically the testing of the machine, where we test each machine on high voltage, on it's got enough power and earth, so it's also sure and safe for the customer to use. And then we do a final check, which is a visual check to see that there's no scratches or any other problems involved. And then it's packed with all the requirements to make a good cup of coffee. And then it's packed and go to distribution where it's sent to the customer. If there's any failure, then basically all the parts we are using can be exchanged. So then it's going to a repair department where each and every machine is tested again, what's been wrong with the machine. We change exchange basically the part which is wrong, and then it's going back in the process. It's going back to the different testing again, and then it should be okay, and it goes to the customer.
It's a challenge to, if you say, okay, we only go for quality, that's a challenge. Also because when your sales increase, you need to buy more raw materials. Is your supplier up to also grow with you?
We have to do a lot of efforts to keep up the production, and a lot of people are involved. But we stick to our philosophy, building good filter coffee makers, and that's what we are good in, and we will remain good in it.
I think when you ask people who already have one, they say it's a friend for life. It will serve you every morning the coffee you want.
Ta-da!
So we spent the whole day at Technivorm Moccamaster here in Netherlands, and it was amazing. We learned a lot.
Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe, smash the like button, and we will see you in the next episode.
See you next time.
Next week.